Imagine unrolling a centuries-old map. Its parchment is brittle, edges frayed, ink faded but still rich. Oceans stretch in pale blue, continents outlined in sweeping curves. Africa, Asia, the Americas. And then your eyes catch something impossible. Between the icy tip of South America and the frozen crown of Antarctica lies a landmass the size of Australia. It's labeled Terra Australis Incognita, the unknown southern land. Mountains rise, rivers weave through vast plains, and settlements are marked in careful detail. Yet it never existed. For centuries, explorers chased it, empires spent fortunes searching for it, and sailors swore they glimpsed its shores. Entire navies plotted routes to claim its riches, and yet it was a phantom. This is the story of how the world was convinced to map a continent that was nothing more than imagination, rumor, and human desire. Long before satellites, GPS, or even accurate longitude calculations, map-making was a dangerous mix of science and guesswork. Cartographers stitched the world together from fragmented sailor tales, traders' rumors, and occasional sketches. In the 15th century, the known continents seemed oddly top-heavy. Europe, Asia, and North America clustered in the northern hemisphere. Scholars insisted, almost religiously, that the Earth needed balance, a massive southern continent to stabilize the planet. Without it, they feared the world might tilt, or worse, unravel. Thus, Terra Australis Incognita was born, a continent treated as fact, not speculation. Maps from the 1500s onward displayed it boldly. Early versions even linked it to modern-day Australia, New Zealand, and South America. Some of the earliest mapmakers, like Oronce Finet, created elaborate drawings with mountains, forests, and rivers, some purely imagined, claiming first-hand knowledge from anonymous sailors. Others, like Guillaume de Lisle, refined these depictions but refused to remove them entirely, fearing controversy. The strange part? These maps weren't tentative. They were declarations. A land existed in ink, yet nowhere in reality. The myth of Terra Australis wasn't just academic, it was political. Spain, Portugal, France, and England carved the globe into empires. Whoever found this southern land first could command unimaginable wealth. Gold, spices, rare woods, even myths of cities made entirely of silver and pearls circulated. In 1570, Abraham Ortelius, one of the most influential cartographers of the time, published a map depicting Terra Australis as vast and inhabited. Forests stretched as far as the eye could see, rivers teemed with fish, and cities were drawn in perfect symmetry. Explorers became obsessed. Pedro Fernandez de Queiroz swore he glimpsed the continent from his ship, mistaking New Zealand or distant icebergs for fertile valleys. Others, like Dirk Gerrits, reported sightings near the South Shetland Islands. Confirmation bias took hold. If a sailor believed he saw Terra Australis, mapmakers copied it. By the 1600s, it wasn't a hypothesis. It was a reference point. Entire trade routes were planned with phantom lands in mind. Ships carried logs of sightings, storms, and even rumored indigenous populations, all carefully recorded in official documents that lent the illusion credibility. Stories of Terra Australis grew darker and more fantastical. Some sailors spoke of lush valleys glowing at night, illuminated by plants that shone like lanterns. Others claimed encounters with giant birds and beasts that could devour a man in a single bite. Mutinies occurred over the continent. One captain reportedly turned his ship around after his crew refused to continue south, terrified by tales of hostile inhabitants. Another expedition found only ice, yet logs were altered to cite fertile lands to avoid disgrace. Cartographers and explorers fed off each other's reports. Every map reproduced the myth. Every failed expedition added color to the legend. Terra Australis wasn't just a continent. It became a mirror of human imagination, desire, and fear. The illusion began to unravel in the late 18th century with Captain James Cook. Tasked by the British Admiralty, Cook sailed farther south than any European before him. He braved icebergs, storms, and freezing winds that threatened to crush masts. What he found shocked the world. Endless ocean, ice, and barren land. No fertile valleys, no cities, no civilizations. Cook's logs shattered the centuries-old myth, yet many mapmakers refused to remove Terra Australis. Pride, reputation, and stubborn belief kept it alive. Some argued that an unexplored southern land still existed, hidden beneath ice or beyond treacherous waters. Even the British Admiralty hesitated to fully erase it from maps for decades. To admit the error seemed almost like admitting that humanity could be so easily fooled. The legend persisted. Sealers in the early 1800s claimed to see green valleys beyond the Antarctic peninsula. Historians now attribute these sightings to Fata Morgana mirages, optical illusions caused by layers of air-bending light. French explorer Jules Dumont d'Urville in 1843 named portions of Antarctica Adelie Land, interpreting icy cliffs as proof of Terra Australis. Adventure novels and travelogues blurred reality and fiction, making readers believe explorers had truly visited lush southern lands. Cartography became a psychological battlefield. Some insisted on erasing it. Others clung to the myth to protect their reputations. Maps of Terra Australis survived in textbooks, naval charts, and libraries, even as explorers confirmed its non-existence. By the late 19th century, Terra Australis vanished from serious maps, but it survived in folklore and conspiracy theories. Modern satellite scans reveal strange anomalies beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, mountain ranges, valleys, and shapes that some suggest could indicate ancient structures. Was Terra Australis entirely fiction? Or could a warmer, ice-free Antarctica in prehistory have inspired these maps? Some theorists argue that distant memories of vanished lands filtered into sailors' reports. The continent demonstrates the power of belief over fact. One land, never real, shaped explorers' journeys, empires' decisions, and imagination for centuries. Was Terra Australis Incognita invention, blunder, or memory of a lost world? Its legacy survives in atlases, ocean charts, and the human fascination with the unknown. And it isn't alone. In archives lie maps showing islands that never existed, coastlines that defy reality, and cities drawn centuries before anyone discovered them. Next time on Lost Map Files, we'll uncover a map so mysterious it could rewrite human exploration history itself. Until then, remember, maps are only as true as the people who draw them. And sometimes, imagination leaves a mark stronger than reality itself.